studio period, I have got to say, y'all are doing a great job with this Bleach 1000 Blood War adaptation, because 5 episodes straight, this is such an adrenaline rush, and it's just so pleasing to see Bleach with this adaptation, which I will say this is obviously the better adaptations between the past ones. And as someone who, I'm not gonna say I'm a OG Bleach fan, because I'm not about to claim that. I pretty much finished Bleach like a year or two ago, and I have got to say this episode 5 was definitely my favorite, because YAMAMOTO just came in. It gave me the biggest adrenaline rush I've had in a while watching an anime episode, because when he came in and he took out that Stern Ritter, because you disrespecting my lieutenant using his Bankai in a wrong way. It was weak. It was not how he used it when he used it against me and permanently scarred me, burned him to ashes. And I love the line of "I'ma slaughter them all with my own hands," as he just burst from the ground with the fire beneath him and just takes off, and you feel that rage that was just built up in him even before what happened to his lieutenant, because of your walk and all this stuff. You could just feel every second of what was happening right there. And the OST behind it, it's like an orchestral feel that they're giving to the new OSTs, and then even kind of remixing or remaking the old ones that they had is a great touch. Whenever they drop the official like Bleach, I guess 1000 Year Blood War soundtrack, that's gonna be on repeat. I'm loving like every sound because it fits, and it's like immersing me into what the moment is going on. Really like the Aznat stuff in the Byakuya fight. Aznat's depiction of fear, or their depiction of Aznat's fear, the adaptation, perfect, flawless, especially from Rukia, where you see Rukia is normal and then you see like her skin fall off and she's dying, and that's Byakuya's fear. That they did a great job with that. Even the fly scene where the flies are crawling up on him, the voice acting was perfect. Really good. Like, there's no flaws in this, I could really say, especially from this episode. Also, I gotta talk about it, my favorite character in Bleach, Kenpachi Zaraki. He had his scene where I was actually kind of surprised they added in the extra little scenes, or if they're extra scenes. It's been a while since I've seen like the start of this whole portion in the manga. I feel like a couple of those were extra, but either way, I'm glad they're doing that, because they did add some other scenes in the other episodes, which I'm really glad they're doing, because it's making the flow of the episode fit, adding in that extra like information we never really got in the manga. But Kenpachi looked badass, even though the post-credit scene, it sucks seeing him take that L, but he's gonna bounce back from it, because we all know Kenpachi isn't gonna take an L and not get his back. Come on now. And speaking of the end credit scene, Yamamoto arriving and stopping your walk from finishing off Kenpachi, getting ready to have their epic battle next week. Next week is going to be a movie, by the way. Just letting the anime onlys know. Next week should be one that you're never going to forget, I will say. One last thing I got to touch on. Renji, what the hell, bro? Renji might have the worst track record in all of Bleach. When Byakuya said to be ready to use your Bankai, because you're gonna have to save me because my Bankai was taken, I feel like most people already know at this point. Yeah, why would we put our faith into Renji? Like, come on now. But regardless, I want to talk about just the whole adaptation in general, the coloring, the shading, especially with Ichigo's Getsuga Tensho. I'm really liking what they're doing with that, because in base his is yellow goldish, and then when he uses his Bankai, it's like a black and white with a little bit of blue in there. I'm really vibing with that, and it's like, I don't know how to describe it, but it feels like it looks more impactful. Like, it has like a dark presence to it, especially in Bankai. And I could definitely tell they took like an Nagodama Drive kind of direction with just the whole vibe and the aesthetics, and kind of like how everything is colored and mapped out. Definitely they took some, whoever was the director of that, I want to say they kind of are doing or helping with this, so you can definitely tell with that. Pacing has been really good so far. I know some people were very upset with episode 4 in the beginning having, I want to say it was like a 3-minute recap, which I wasn't too mad about, because first of all, it's the first one, so we don't know if it's going to be any more. and plus they're doing the 4-course season, so I'm not really sure if that's going to be necessary. But I will say, yeah, pacing has been really good, even with the recap, which I feel like some people need a recap if we're being honest, because it doesn't hurt. And as long as we're getting that content with that's getting adapted, because I think on average they're adapting like 2 to 3, sometimes 4 chapters in an episode, so they're not really missing any beats, and they're still getting the core things that need to be adapted in a well produced like storyboard. Plus, I have to say the 4-course seasons, I'm so glad they're doing this and looking back at it, because 12 episodes of something like this and the content, and Bleach is very fast paced, especially in the manga. So getting 12 episodes now, and then maybe like another season, maybe like around summer, we might get another 12 episodes, and then basically every year we're gonna get 12 episodes of Thousand Year Blood War. I'm really glad they're doing it, because good on the animators giving them a break, because Pierrot does the weekly thing with Boruto and I think a couple other series, which I'm not a fan of. I feel like they need to get rid of that whole notion and formula, because I feel like seasonal is just way easier on the animators in general. But I don't know, that that's a whole business thing. I'm not really gonna get into all of that, so it is what it is. And the ending and opening songs are actually pretty good. The opening, it kind of has to grow on me. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I do like the visuals, even though there are some spoilers, especially a big one with the Stern Ritters. I'm actually surprised they put that in there. I don't know why, but it's not a Bleach or a Naruto or One Piece thing if there's no spoilers in it. So just be on the lookout for that. The ending song I actually really like. I'm not gonna lie, I like Rappaport a little bit more from the first episode. I just love the whole vibe it gives off. It gives me like a nostalgia kind of feel to it, and it's just very, very melodic and just chill. Even though this one, the current one we have right now, is good, I'm just a fan of Rappaport more. But that's all I've got from my kind of like Bleach kind of catch up and wrap up, because next episode is going to be the halfway point, so I might as well go at it now. And I might do one of these like depending on the episode, maybe every important episode or like every other one, just to see like how I'm feeling. But yeah, just know the Bleach anime only, if you stumble upon this is a really great adaptation, and I'm very happy and pleased to see this. So like and subscribe to this channel. By the way, if you made it this far, letting you know this is actually a second channel from my King Steph channel, because that one is primarily a Jujutsu Kaisen, Chainsaw Man, and occasionally other like newer kind of shonen titles that I incorporate in there. So if you're interested in things like that, there are manga content on there. So if you're into the Jujutsu Kaisen manga or the Chainsaw Man manga, and subscribe. As for this channel is pretty much going to be everything anime manga that I enjoy. So you're going to get some manga recommendations. You're going to see anime that I'm watching currently, I'm anticipating to watch, basically everything and anything that I'm just getting into when it comes to this whole medium of anime and manga. So holla at y'all in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe. Peace.